Because we don't know about the fifth or sixth number, I'm guessing. Unless there's only 5 numbers. But we tried what would be the only 5 numbers. Okay. Four are not repeated. 3 are not in the top row. 2 are not in the right. 1 is the final key. Okay. So does that mean there's 10 keys? Because it says 4 are not repeated, 3 are in the top row, 2 are not in the right row, 1 is the final key. Oh, unless the final key is 1. Hold on. 8, 4, 2, 4, 1. No. Okay, let me read this memo again, make sure. Does it use the number 1? No. It says one of the numbers is... Oh, one of... Okay, so I read that wrong. One of the numbers is the final key. Well, no, that still means it's 9. But 9 can't be any of those numbers, right? Because there's no way you can, like, if the first number is 9, let's say, right? Then the first number can't be 9 because half of 9 would be 4.5, which doesn't work. So as the second number, it couldn't be because y is equal to 2 times z, right? So it'd have to be 4.5 again to equal the second number. And then it says z, which, again, it's XYZA. That's how I'm keeping track of the numbers. Z is less than A, and A is half of the thing. So, like, 9 can't be any of the numbers for the first 4. We're just missing, I'm guessing the other numbers. There might be another code here. Okay, let's think. So, X is greater than Y. And Y is 2. So, there's also the possibility of 6, 4, right? Because 6 is greater than 4. 2, 4. No, it'd be 2, 3. So 6, 4, 2, 3, I think, is also a possibility. Right? Because 6 is greater than 4. 4 is 2 times 2. 2 is less than 3, and 3 is equal to half of 6. So there's 6, 4, 2, 3. 6, 4, 2, 3. 9, I guess. No. Okay. What else do we got? So if we start... Okay, we could go... Let's see. We could start with 4. That would be greater than 2. Okay. 2 times 1. 1 is less than A, which would be 2. So there's 4, 2, 1, 2. I guess 9. So we have 3 possibilities for what the 4 numbers could be. But it says 3 are not in the top row, right? So if we're assuming there's 6, that means half of them can't be in the top row, which means that 4, 2, 1, 2 would not work. 6, 4, 2, 3 could work, and so could 8, 4, 2, 4, because the only one up there would be that one. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like there's a bit of information I'm just not getting. or not repeated. 3 are not in the top row. So the problem is we don't know. The two things that we don't know is how long the code is and what it means by right row, right? Because a row goes from side to side, right? So there is no right row, right? That doesn't make sense. It would be the right column, which would be 369, but there's not a right row, right? Because the row doesn't do... Rows are horizontal, not vertical. So they can't be right. So I'm not... That's what's throwing me off, I think. It's just that part that says 2 are not in the right row. It could be right as in correct row, but like that makes it even more confusing. Because it says none in the top row. Okay, well that's fine. 3 are not in the top row. That makes sense. 1 is the final key, which is 9, right? So we know 9's in there. But I feel like we're just missing like one number, and I'm just not sure how we're supposed to figure that number out. 8, 4, 2, 4, 5, 9. I don't know. I guess we could just work our way with the numbers that we have. So 8, 4, 2, 4, 1, 9. Well, we don't even know if 9's the... It could be any number, any 9 in any number, or it could be any number in 9. Problem is I might be overthinking this. I have this problem where when I look at puzzles, I tend to overthink them. So there's probably a much simpler solution to this than I'm thinking. But versus large, yeah, that one we've got nailed. It's this part. One of the numbers is the final key, which is 9. So, although that could also be a trick. It could mean the final key of the first sequence, which would be 4. Right? Does anybody have like a helpful hint for this that isn't just like giving me the answer? Because I'm a little stuck. I feel like this second half is what's messing me up, because again the right row reference doesn't make sense. 3 are not in the top row. Okay, that's fine. But again, we don't know how many numbers there are. And we don't know if the one of the numbers is the final key is a reference to the number 9, or if it means the last number of the sequence. Let's see. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck. Because we have to get in here, right? The third and fourth, or the second and third floors are important. That's the only way we progress. But okay, let's check our map to see if there's maybe a room we missed or something. Okay, nothing there. There's the doctor's lounge on the first floor that maybe be able to give us a hint. Let's head down to the first floor and see if there's a hint in the doctor's lounge. Okay. It says there's no storing drugs there. See, there's these, but this is just about Leonard and Stanley Coleman. So, yeah, so I'm not sure. Like, it seems like it's all confined to that one thing on the wall. But I'm just not sure. I might have to look it up, if I'm honest. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with the puzzle. Unless that code is for the third floor. No, we tried it on the third floor. Yeah, it's the second half that just doesn't make any sense. Let me see. All right. Okay, so I haven't looked at the solution. So what they're saying, based on this thing, if you're trying to figure it out, the part that says they're not in the top row is this, and the part that they're not in the right row is this. So technically, this is a typo. This should be a column, not a row, right? So 2 are not in the right row. That's fine. We don't have any in the right row if we go 8 2 4 or 8 4 2 4. So I don't know. I'm just gonna keep reading to see if they help us. It's probably easy to start out with the first and fourth number. The fourth will be half of the first. There aren't many numbers that could be half the first. Figuring this out, keep in mind that only one of the numbers must be. Keep in mind that only one of the numbers will be in the top row of the keypad. Wait, so there is only 4? So Stanley lied to us. There is only 4 numbers. Hold on. Okay. So, okay. So then, if there's 4 numbers, they don't repeat. Okay, so if they don't repeat, it can't be anything that we've discovered. Okay. So let's work this again. Let's work this again with the new knowledge that there is only 4 keys, and they can't repeat. And the right row is actually a column, so it's yeah. Okay. So 3 are not in the top row, which means one of them is in the top row. So that means there's 1, 2, and 3. One of them is 1, 2, and 3. None of them are repeated. 2 are not in the right row. So two of them are not in the right row, which is technically a right column, which would be 3, 6, 9. So hold on. 1, 2, 3, 3, 6, 9. Okay. And 1 is the final key. Okay. So, knowing what we know now, let's see. So, let's maybe work backwards. Let's start with the 4th number. 4th is half of the first. Okay. So that could either be 6 or 8. it would have to be 6, right? Because it says 3 are not in the top row, which means that one of them is. So then that would be 3, and the first number would be 6. It says 2 are not in the right row. Oh, but that doesn't work. Because then 3 and 6 would be there. Okay, so 2... Wait, no, that works, because there's 4 things. So 2 of them are not in the right row. Okay, which, again, it's a column, not a row. And none of them repeat. So if we have the first and last number, we know the last number is less than... Or the third number is less than that. Less than the final number, so that would have to be 2. So the third number, and then that would make 4. So it would be 6, 4, 2, 3 based on that information. 6, 4, 2, 3. That didn't work. Okay, what am I missing here? No, because that can't be in the top row. So the 2, that doesn't make sense. Okay. So let's now that we have the first and last number, let's work. X is greater than Y. So the first number is greater than the second number. Well, okay, that doesn't work for us. Because, okay, then that means you would have to start, the last number would have to be 4, and the first number would have to be 8. So it's half of that number. Okay. And then the third number is less than that. So that would have to be 3, right? So the third number is 3, which would mean that the second number would be 6. So it should be 8, 6, 3, 4? I thought that's just what we wrote. Because that would leave only one. There's only 1 in the top row. There's 2 in the right row, which would be 3 and 6. And none of them repeat. So 8, 6, 3, 4. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, so the thing saying right row threw me off. Also, not knowing... So, Stanley lied to us. Stanley absolutely lied to us. Right? So, 8, 6, 3, 4. Which makes sense, because he's insane, but in the memo, he says that he could have stopped at 4, but he kept going. Here, I will show you this. Right? Here we go. If the door's locked, open it. Use the password for the prison gates, which is just his delusion. Doctor, I've forgotten his name. Anyway, that quack has it posted. He should be here too. I mean, 4 numbers would have been enough, but he kept on going. So, unless this is a reference to the 3rd floor door, which we can go check, this is a lie. So let's go up to the 3rd floor before we explore. Let's see if 8634 works on the 3rd floor. If it does, Stanley just completely lied to us. Hello? Thank you. So 8634. 8, 6, 3, 4. Okay. So Stanley didn't lie to us, but he was talking specifically about the 3rd floor door. But where did we find that memo? We found it on the 1st floor, right? East Hall. Where is East Hall? It was like on a stretcher, like right here. I think it was on the first floor. So that's what was confusing me. Is Stanley was talking about a different door. That was what threw me off. So Stanley was talking about the door on the third floor, not the door on the second floor. Okay. Anyways, let's continue on. That took me far longer than it needed to. Also, the fact that it said row instead of column also kept throwing me off because, again, it's a column. Here's something. Let's go ahead and... I'm not using this submachine gun right now, but... I know you're in that hallway. I see you. You're coming. Oh, she's coming. By the way, she also has a gun. If you're wondering why I chose to shoot her, if you look in her hand, she has a revolver. That's why I didn't run up and try to katana her. Okay. Man's corpse laid out on a stretcher. Hand sticking sheet, something written on it. What am I? Medical record, is this for the dead guy? Background unknown, name and age. Admitted found in poor mental state in the hospital grounds and temporarily installed in room M4 at chief's discretion. Died late tonight from blood loss due to severed carotid artery. Was grasping own kitchen knife in right hand. Assumed it was caused with a neck wound. But the wound angle suspicious. Sent to the second floor treatment room for further investigation. I have received no proof or corroboration of event from the patient. Patient residing in the same room. Have not notified police, however, the future necessity leave victim's bed and effects intact, room N4. Hand was sticking out of the sheet, has something written on it. How do we read it? There we go. There's a weird hitbox. Something my what? The start time is my key. Interesting. Start time is my key. More puzzles. We love puzzles. You know, maybe we should turn one of the play some puzzle games during the week. I got a whole bunch of puzzle games we could work through. M4, okay. So the start time is his key. So that's 12:52? Yeah, it's like 12:52. 12:52. Yeah, that was easy. Instant camera, nothing interesting in the case. Okay. What is this on the bed over here? Oh, is it more... God dang it, Stanley. You messed up my puzzle from earlier. There was a tattooed guy on that rumpled bed. Not anymore, though. Alarm clock and filthy bag are his. But I don't understand. I haven't done a thing. I didn't hate him, though he was a liar. Shall I write something of my own on my chest, since I can't cut it open to show you my heart? I love Heather. No, something a bit more forceful. I love Heather isn't enough for what I feel. Oh, the tender emotion this image brings. Stanley Coleman. Okay. Oh god. Combat room. Give me the first aid kit. Ow. My bad. I don't think there's anything else in here. Oh, there's like a lump on the bed. Ow. Don't want to fight you guys. Stop smacking me. Supplies. Probably didn't have to use 2, but I'm going to anyways. M6. Okay. Okay. Do we have to fight these two? Usually that's... You don't have to fight things. So the code didn't work on the 3rd floor. Oh, wait. We got pictures we can examine. Wrong button. Items. You can see develop photos right away. Oh, okay. Never mind. I remember what that's for. One of those core memory unlocked kind of things. Oh, wrong room. Sorry, buddy. Thanks for the code, by the way. We need to go to the basement. So we couldn't squeeze behind the bookshelf, but we can put an arm back there and take a picture. Because although Stanley was not helpful for one puzzle, he was helpful for another, which is that he put the code behind the bookshelf. So... what you can do is use this. It'll take a picture because it's a Polaroid. Hey, Zwex. How you doing? Be in and out lurking. Okay, well, thank you for being here. We're just making some more progress in Silent Hill 3. We've made it to the hospital. We're about to meet Stanley Coleman and 4831. And our good friend Leonard. So... But, yeah, it's going pretty well. We got stumped on one puzzle because Stanley confused us, but we figured it out. Thankfully, I found a site that didn't just give you the answer. It gave you, like, how to solve it, and then I was like, oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. And then, of course, the wording for the game was actually wrong, because a row is not a column, and it makes you assume that it's a column, or a row, and, yeah. But anyways, I don't even remember what the number was. Sure hope we kept a memo of that. There we go. Backside of shelf. 4831. Okay. But I appreciate the lurk. By the way, anybody that might be in chat, if you wanna tell me you're lurking to show me that you're here, you can type !lurk and it will show me a little message. So that way I make sure. That I noticed you. I might add a channel point redemption, one that's like 1 channel point, so people can just lurk whenever they could use like a single channel point to lurk or something. All right, S1. Magazine, some kind of gossip. Teaching Despair. Hope House. Why does that sound familiar? Orphanage in the outskirts. Oh, that's why it sounds familiar. We'll be seeing Hope House Hope House is managed by the Silent Hills Smile Support Society. What a name. Charity is called the 4S. It's true 4S is a well-respected charity, takes poor children without homes and raises them with hope. But at its heart, it's a heathen organization that teaches its own warped dogma in lieu of good religious values. Mr. Smith, temp, who lives near Hope House, has this to say. Sometimes at night I can hear their weird prayers and their sounds of children crying. I went there to complain one time, but they ran me out. Since then, it hasn't changed a bit. In fact, this reporter refused admission when he attempted to take photographs in the facility. What exactly do folks in Hope House have to hide? During my investigations, I was able to discover, however, a suspicious-looking round concrete tower, which appears to be part of their facilities. Unfortunately, no one was willing to tell us what the tower was used for, but it seems unlikely that it has anything to do with the business of raising orphans. It may in fact be a prison or a secret place of worship. Cult religion that operates Hope House is known by the locals simply as the Order. There you go. So that is that reference there. It's a religion deeply interwoven with Silent Hill's history, but the worshippers' fervent belief that they are among the elite chosen people, as it has a dark and dangerous side. Intend to continue my investigation of Hope House and the cult behind it. I've always believed that telling the whole truth and showing the children the true path is the most important duty. Joseph Schreiber. Hope House. I feel like I've heard that name before. Huh, I wonder why.